what you have to understand is that the Bible commands that certain people be put to death, not by me, not by Christians. It's obviously not my job or the job of any Christian to go out and kill anybody, and I've never taught anything like that. But rather that the government's job is to punish criminals and to execute those who committed capital crimes. And according to the Bible, homosexuality is a capital crime, and I didn't write the Bible.
I will choose to love, though they shake their fists at me, and I will be myself and live in authenticity. And though they wrap their hatred in a message from above, I will choose to love.
On our first real date, he gave me a ring to promise I wouldn't date anyone else so we could see if this was really gonna work out or not. After knowing me for about 10 days, he did that. So I probably knew about then that this was a keeper.
When somebody looks at us when we walk into a store or we walk into the building, the first thing they see is a black woman. And they see our race is what they see first. And so we have to overcome the stereotypes about that when we walk into the mall, in the store in the mall. You know, you got to make sure you're dressed a certain way so that you'll get attention. It's not because we're gay. And so that sometimes is harder than the fact that we're gay for us. And people, they don't even think about that. And then when we tell them, they're like, oh, and they're gay too. They're not bad people. So, you know, we find ourselves even within our gay community being, as we say, bringing the color, that we're always, you know, kind of the black ones in the group of predominantly white people.
I think it kind of grew on us because we met at a support group for people transitioning from male to female. And we were just with each other through, we both came out at the same time. We both wound up having our wives leave us at the same time. We both had families that were not too thrilled with us at the same time. We cried on each other's shoulders a lot. And then one day after the meeting, I said, Brandy, I love you. And it kind of went from there.
We met back in 1991, in October of 1991. We were both at a club in a very different part of our lives at a very different time. And I think one of the first times we went out, we talked about family, and that was probably one of the things that it was really a test on my part, because I was just trying to find out what kind of person that he was. And when I heard somewhere that if you hear them talk about their family in a loving way, then that's the way they're going to treat you. And I was looking for someone to be with for the rest of my life. And we found out that we had a lot of strong connections with family, and that we both loved families. And I think, Ronnie, you remember that we talked about family. I don't remember that, but I think I was giving you more of a personality test just to see if you were a quality individual.
And I was just asking the big questions. I wanted to know, A, are you monogamous? Do you want to just be with me? B, do you want kids if we ever have opportunity? Because that's a deal breaker for me. I was just getting it all out there. And Mike was like, whoa, okay.
I really love my dads because they adopted me and they take really good care of me.
It's funny, when I came out, you know, there was shock and confusion, but there was never any isolation. And it's funny, when we became parents, both my family and Brian's family all of a sudden had a new appreciation for us, because I think for the first time they really understood what our day-to-day lives were like. And so becoming parents actually brought us closer together with our families in a way that, you know, we never expected.
The best part about being a dad and having a family is, I believe, the clear sense of purpose in my life and not having to wonder what I'm going to do when I grow up, because I'm doing it.
The silliest thing about my dad is when they're walking around the house with just their underwears.
Cut. Okay.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown